Welcome to another video, friend. I've been doing this residential for 10 years and commercial for 6 years. Well, it was a large resort here in San Diego County, which most of the equipment was commercial equipment. So today we're gonna be replacing an inducer motor on a Coleman furnace, but I wanna talk about or show you guys what I ran into yesterday. So I was here yesterday. I was here with a ride along, somebody that's riding with me to gain some more experience in diagnosing. So it was a good call for him to learn some new things on. It was a good call for me too, because I ran into something I've never seen on this furnace, and I'll show you guys in a minute. So we were here yesterday, and now I am back by myself today with the new inducer motor to replace it. So let's go ahead and get started, or let's continue with the rest of the video. All right, you guys, so here we have a Coleman furnace. Model number UGAE080CDB. And this is the inducer motor I'm going to be replacing, but let me tell you what happened yesterday. So first thing we noticed is the inducer was pretty noisy, and the fault code, the LED for the codes is right there. You can see it. It was flashing 3 times, and on the inside of the top door, it says 3 flashes is pressure switch stuck open. This is the pressure switch right here, and it closes, if you can see back there, at a 1.00 pressure fall, inches water column. So what I did is I went ahead and took this hose off of the pressure switch and put it on my manometer here, which I am going to do right now. And now I'm gonna put my jumpers. I got these little magnetic jumpers here on R to W. You can see the inducer is pretty noisy, but look, it's pulling 2.77 inches water column. So I figured, well, that's definitely enough. That's way over 1.0. Definitely enough to close the pressure switch. But the pressure switch was not closing. I was checking voltage across it, and it was not closing. This is a pressure switch tester here. It's a dual port manometer and pressure switch tester, but I wasn't using this one yesterday. I was using a UEI, just a manometer, because I totally thought it was definitely going to be the pressure switch. I mean, 2.73. That, I mean, it's, there you go. It's doing it again. Well, it's doing it because I have the hose off, but you can see it's flashing 3 times. All right, so and speaking of doing this, it's a good thing to do also on like maintenances on tune-ups. You know, pull this hose, connect it to your manometer to see what the venting is doing. I usually see 1.4, 1.6, you know, 2.7. What this one's doing is, I don't usually see it that high, but it's good to get familiar with the different type of furnaces, so that you know what to expect. You know, a furnace with a good venting system, you'll learn what to expect on the different furnaces. Say Carrier, Rheem, York, Goodman, whatever you're working on. So I can feel the suction a little bit. Yeah, I can definitely feel it. That's the strange thing though. Yesterday I wasn't feeling suction, but I had a good reading just like that, but the pressure switch would not close. So anyways, I replaced it and it did the same thing. That's when I started looking at the I'll go ahead and turn it off. By the way, this is another good tool to have. It's a Irwin Quick Grip. It's the small one. Got it at Home Depot. I use that for the door switch. So anyways, I pulled this hose and I started looking in here with my flashlight, and I noticed it looked like something was in there. So I used my little, I don't know where it is right now, but my little Allen tool. Can't find it right now, but my little Allen tool, I started putting it in there and I could feel it like hitting something. And so I actually pushed it a little harder and it pushed through. And I connected the hose again, and that time the furnace fired up. So there was something clogged inside this little opening where the hose connects. But that's something I never ran into, a clogged fitting, but I was still getting a normal reading on my manometer. So that was the tricky part about it. So then I went ahead and removed the inducer to see if anything was stuck inside of it, or to see what was going on, because you can hear it's pretty noisy. So that's when I found what I'm about to show you next. Let me take it off, and it's not that hard to take off. It's only 4 screws, one here, 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 there, this hose on the bottom, and then I gotta loosen this clamp and the inducer motor will come out. And that's something good to check too if you're ever having issues with your pressure switch. If you're not getting a good reading with your manometer right on here, it's almost a must to remove the inducer and make sure there's nothing inside of it. I found birds inside of them, and who knows what you can find inside of it. I found a roofing nail inside one time that was causing weird intermittent issues. It took me about 3 tries to finally figure out that there was a roofing nail on the bottom of the inducer causing an intermittent problem. So always pull the inducer out and see what's inside, inspect it, and don't be afraid to do that. You gotta just get in there and do it. Right, I've got the inducer off. Now I'm just taking the screws off of it to go ahead and open it up to show you guys the wheel on the inside. So there it is, guys. It's opened up, and that's an issue right there. See that? The wheel is broken, and that's why it's making a lot of noise. So we're gonna go ahead and install the new one right here, and I'll show you guys how it sounds with the new one installed. Now this motor comes with a list of combustion restrictors here, a list of model numbers. The strange thing is I don't find my model number on here, because depending on the model, if it's upflow or downflow, the BTUs, you're gonna use a different restrictor. Look how many it comes with. Combustion restrictor. that goes right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use the one that matches what the old motor had on it. So see, that matches perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. I'm gonna put it right in here, and then put the gasket right over it, and then install the motor. Alright guys, the new inducer motor is in. You guys just be careful. Do not over tighten these screws. It could break the inducer. Also, do not forget to reconnect any hoses and tighten these clamps right there too. Don't forget, especially the hose in the bottom. Some people forget that one because you can't see it. Double check all the hoses. We're good to go. Now we're gonna turn it on. Let's see how it sounds. Much better. And it's pulling a little less, 2.4. So we're gonna plug it into the pressure switch, and the furnace should fire right up. It sounds much better. You should see the igniter start to glow. There it goes. Fired up. So there we go, you guys. Furnace is running pretty smoothly now. So I do want to make a video on that pressure switch tester by Fieldpiece. It's a really good tool. I just didn't pull it out yesterday because, like I already told you, I felt that reading was really high, 2.7. Should have been closing that switch. It was a really weird situation, but now I know. I'm going to always check that little fitting where the hose connects and make sure it's clear, and make sure I actually feel the suction on that hose. I mean, a lot of times, like I mentioned, I always just take stuff apart, pull the inducer out. It's not that hard. Clean it out, clean that little fitting out. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Any questions, leave them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time. See you later.